Our thanks to David Koechner for playing Morten Andersen. That was not Morten Andersen. And joining us now, three guys who I am just thrilled to have on this set. First, an actor who you may have seen most recently, and I love you, man, Paul Rudd. Comedian Artie Lange. Comedian Artie Lange of the Howard Stern Show. And a guy I love watching every Saturday night from SNL, Jason Sudeikis. I'll start with you, Rudd. I got on TMZ, my favorite website, and saw one of those ambush camera crews following you through some airport at some point in this country, at some point in your life, asking you ridiculous questions, poking the bear, just trying to make you make a mistake, and you didn't take the bait.
I just wanted to get out of there as fast as I could.
But
they're
but
at
they
LAX.
linger.
They hang out there, yeah.
But they linger, and they want you to say something that they can then spin and turn around and blow up and get after TMZ website.
Right. You know, it's tricky. You just have to be on your guard, I guess.
Here's a guy who's not on his guard.
No, that's why he's much more entertaining on those.
There's
sites.
no guard there.
Joe, TMZ is your favorite website? I thought, what's your second? Suckingcock.com?
Give it up! Give it up! Yeah!
I'm on TMZ constantly. Did you see what Angelina was wearing today? What the fuck? How about going to a sports website, for Christ's sake?
Jason, would you like to follow that?
Nah.
Okay.
By the way, I'm a Giant fan, so I hate the Cowboys. Michael, don't kick my ass, but I hate the Cowboys. By the way, you owe me money. I lost a lot of fucking money on you, motherfucker. There's a guy in Staten Island named Bobo who you owe money to. But as a Yankee fan and a Giant fan and a well-known homophobic,
Clearly.
I'm also a well-known homophobic. It's like a white trash gift from God that the fucking Cowboys have a quarterback whose last name rhymes with homo. You'd say that shit on Angel Dust. I know I've tried, like Tony Homo. And he's dating a fat chick. Jessica Simpson started out looking like Jessica Simpson. Now she looks like Chris Farley from those Gap sketches. Fuck him. Fuck the Cowboys.
Jason, when we talk about fame and we talk about being plucked out of
Good
nowhere.
segue.
Thanks. I'm telling
You're a regular
you talk
Bob Costas.
You talk about scrambling for a segue. I just pulled a hamstring looking for some sort of segue.
I'll be pulling a hamstring later to fucking...
Thank you. Thank you for that.
I want to be working construction by next Thursday, so I hate show business.
You're on your way.
So are you.
You know the show's on HBO, right?
That's right, no one's watching.
What about you and the fishbowl? Have you had to deal with anything after coming out of nowhere and being on SNL all of a sudden?
Nothing horrible. No scuttlebutt to speak of as of now. Mostly I got to worry about my mom Googling me at this point, and then having to come up, with answers for that.
Artie went through therapy from his mom Googling him.
Well, first of all, I hate when Jason's mom Googles me.
Oh yeah.
There's 80 websites predicting my death in a week. That's fun. ArtieLange'sGonnaDie.com. But, Joe, it's exciting for me to be here. Not because of you, but
Thank you.
Because I loved your father. And I love you, too. You're the best. He's great at what he does, Joe Buck.
Thank you. Indeed. Thank you. Indeed.
But Joe's father was a hero of mine. He used to do games for the Cardinals. He was an announcer, and he was one of the last real men's men. He wasn't politically correct like a pussy. I mean, and you following now. Like, I'm on a Howard Stern show. Howard's not a pussy, man. Howard says what he fucking feels, and clearly so do I. But I don't have as much money. But Jack Buck was your father.
Correct.
And It wasn't like a lot of people think Louis Armstrong. It was your phone. Jack Buck was your phone.
True.
And
Is this gonna take a while? 'Cause
yeah,
This is,
yeah. Sorry to ruin your fucking great show.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the apology because you have.
I'll tell it quick. I'll tell it quick. So Jack Buck is doing the 1990 National League Championship Series on CBS, and he wanted to talk about baseball. He was an old baseball guy. And CBS would make him do shitty promos for CBS Movies of the Week
Right.
in the middle of a play. And he didn't know what it was and shit. Like, he didn't know what the movie was or the name of the actresses. But he was so brilliant at being a great announcer that he would use whatever the promo was to segue into the next play. So he would say stuff like, there's a fly ball of Bonds. He's there. He's got it. That's the way this one starts. And by the way, tonight on CBS, Meredith Baxter Bierney stars as a battered woman in something called I Want My Kids Back, the Jessica Connor story, starring Meredith Barney Baxter. She's a battered woman. Speaking of batters, here's Barry Larkin.
God, Paul, can I talk to you, please?
I liked your dad. I still remember hearing the story when some kids were asked, they want to get in the business. Do you have any advice that you could give us? And Jack's advice was, start smoking.
You know what? I'm going to take that right now.
You can't do that, sir. Sir, you cannot do that.
I'm like Beretta.
Okay.
I'm going to kill my wife.
In jail? Good. Great.
I won't light it.
Okay. No, do you think I care about you smoking a cigarette after what you just laid
Fuck
out
it,
here?
let's do it, brother.
No, don't. Please.
Say what you mean, Joe. Shit,
right,
we got
I'm
an
sorry.
hour.
We will continue this with HBO Online, I think, unless they pull the plug on it. Seriously, I want to ask you about I've known you since we were 18.
Yeah.
You have not changed one bit.
Well, thank you very much. Or you.
Really?
Well, let me look at you.
Thank you.
Is there a picture of us, I think?
I don't know. Do they have a picture of us?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
There it is. There we are.
Look at that.
There's Paul Rudd on the far left. His hair neatly tucked into a ponytail.
Yeah.
Me with hair.
Do you still have those pleated acid wash jeans?
Yes. They're in the dressing room.
There's Paul, and that's Sarah Jessica Parker.
And Preston, who did the music, and David Garvin.
He
who's
was
in the
kind of
press.
like he was